Today I'm going to be reviewing the Mirage 2000D variant by Panzerkampf, and it's a 172 scale diecast. We'll take a look at the box real quick. So it looks like there's just a check mark with a Sharpie of which variant it is. And this is a smaller company, and they don't have a lot of models. They do also have some ground vehicles, and they have a MiG-19, which I really want, as well as an Mi-24. I think they have a UH-60 Blackhawk as well. But let's take a look at the packaging. Has the flap that opens similar to Hobby Master, and right here just a little information about the Mirage, but it doesn't say the variant either, which I thought was interesting. So it says it online that it's the D variant, but we'll have to take a look. So yeah, let's get to the unboxing. So there's going to be a flap on the back here, and this is pretty bland packaging, so not really impressed with it, but it was a cheaper model. So let's open it up. All right, nothing else in the box. Looks like some stuff fell out here. So it's got just the plastic covering here, which we'll have to remove. And some of these weapon spots are blank. And I'm assuming that just they include this package for all the Mirage variants and just put whatever weapons go there. So we also have these two packages here with some instructions, as well as I think this is a bomb here, and some landing gear. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take off the top packaging. Take a look at what we have. The paint job looks really good so far. Okay, so there's nothing really holding it down. So first impressions, I really do like the color and the paint. That's one thing that I really look at when I'm reviewing models is the paint job. I like it. I mean, some of the accent colors here, like the dark lines, panel lines and stuff, are a little too much for me, but it does look pretty good. The actual canopies look like they sit okay. There's a little bit of a gap right there, but it's not a problem. This one is aerial refueling probe right there. And then just kind of show you underneath. And so one thing I do like about Panzerkampf is it looks like they include magnetic bases for the wheels. Not sure if it's the same for the hard points, but I think it is. So that'll be something cool to get into. Haven't dealt with that before. Let's see what else we have here. Looks like we have some drop tanks. And these are painted pretty good as well. Let's see. No writing or anything on them. We have two of them. And they are plastic. These are not metal. So they do feel kind of cheap as well. All right, so I think these are the mica missiles. I may have to turn them over here. There we go. So I think these are mica missiles. They may be IR guided. I'm not sure. These may be just the radar guided models, because typically the IR guided missiles, let me zoom in here. Typically the IR guided missiles had a seeker head at the top. So this may just be the radar variant, but they feel okay. I mean, kind of cheaper, but again, you're paying less for these models, so not a big deal. I really just care about the way it looks. And then I think this is a jammer pod. It doesn't look like a targeting pod. It looks like a jammer pod. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because I don't really know a whole lot about the Mirage. So if you know what this is, let me know. All right, so here's everything that came in the box. The one thing it didn't come with any pilots. And so I like my models to have pilots, so I have an extra bag here of some Hobby Master pilots. I have one World War II pilot left, but I ordered these directly from Hobby Master, asked if they could sell me some pilots individually, and they were really cool, and they did. So just a heads up there. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and take a look at what's in this bag here. And it looks like this is a bomb. I think this is a cluster bomb, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know the name of it, but I have seen it before in some different aircraft models here. It was a guided bomb that they would use with GPS coordinates, I believe. And then once it got close to the ground, it'd explode and little cluster bombs would shoot out. This one looks pretty good. I mean, the paint job looks okay. There's no writing on it or anything like Hobby Master models typically do. Looks like we have an extra canopy here. And this canopy will probably go in the front pilot seat there, if you want to leave it in the open position like that. So I'll show you how that will look. Then we just have the landing gear that are magnetic, and the wheels themselves do spin. They're not the best quality. I mean, see, I don't like that little, looks like a nail head right there. I don't like it when they show that, but it's okay. I mean, again, it's a cheaper model. So you have little parts for the wheel wells as well, and then we can do it in the up and the down position. So that's what these are. And in this bag, looks like we have some instructions. And I'm not sure if this is a hard point or not, so we'll figure that out later. Looks like that may be where this bomb goes. Nope. So I am not really sure what this is. I know you can purchase a stand separately. Unfortunately, this model does not come with a stand, so that's probably what that is for. And then let's open this up, see what kind of instructions. I mean, yeah, these are horrible instructions. Just mode 1, mode 2. Not really sure what that means. I don't have a centerline drop tank, so that's where the bomb's gonna go, and then shows how the missiles go. So yeah, not really much to that. Okay, so first we're gonna start with the landing gear, just because I don't want to set it on its belly anymore. And we'll start off with the right gear here. And I don't think these are magnetic like I thought they were, because I don't see any magnets. And then when you set it in, it doesn't attach very well. I mean, it's not even, it is not holding at all when I'm pushing it in. And by the way, just as a heads up, I tried to fit this on the other side as well a second ago, and this arm broke off. So I like to show you all the raw stuff, so that way you know, and you can make an informed decision whether or not you want to purchase or not. So I got to find that arm now. Unfortunately, it's very cheap, and the fit did not work. It doesn't stick in place. See if you can see that any better. Yeah, it does not want to stay in there. So I'll have to work on that. Definitely not magnetic though. So I'll have to do that off camera. Let's try the front gear. So it looks like you have 2 posts, a smaller post in the front and then a bigger post in the back. Okay, that's a little better fit. Still not a great fit. That's a really tall nose gear, and the wheels do not spin. I mean, they do actually, but not really. I mean, you can see there, you have to really push it. And then there is a defect on the wheel right there that you can see. Not a big deal. Again, you kind of get what you pay for with this price range. It's not a Hobby Master. So, all right, that's a little disappointing about the rear gear, but let me get those on and I'll get back. Okay, so I wanted to give you all an update. I did go ahead and glue on that little arm right there. And if you want to know what I use, I actually use some of this crazy light cure super glue. It's a UV glue, and you can barely even see that it's on there. And then you have this little UV light that you shine once you put the glue on, and it'll actually harden the glue instantly. So super helpful in your models if you ever have this happen, but looks okay now. Still definitely unimpressed with the quality of that, but at least it's on and it looks good. And by the way, whenever I put these on, I had to go in an angle like down like that, down and in to be able to fit. And so it still doesn't fit that great, but at least it's holding and it should be okay. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, it fits, it works, but just a heads up on that. So there's the gear. And then before I install the missiles, I did want to show you something. They are different. So it comes with 2 different variants. It comes with the IR. I think this is supposed to be the seeker head here. And then the radar guided right here at the bottom. And then you notice here, these tabs that stick out right there and on here are different sizes. And that's important whenever we install. You'll see in a second. So we'll start with the IR ones first. They're going to go on the outside. So this slot here and that slot there. And they are just push in as well. So they are not magnetic like I thought. So you just push it in on that side. Same thing with the other side. And then it fits okay. I mean, they hold and they look pretty flush, which I like. Now for the next section, we're going to go ahead and do the drop tanks. And they're going to go right here. So go ahead and snap that in. Hopefully it's a good fit. It's okay. I mean, not the best, but definitely not the worst fit. Okay, so the other one's installed as well. So now you can kind of see what it looks like with the drop tanks. I do think the wing drop tanks look really good on this model. All right, next up, we're going to install the radar guided missiles back in the back here. And that's at least what it shows on the photos online. So if that's not accurate, let me know in the comments. Again, I'm not a huge Mirage guy, but I really like this model. So, and I've been wanting a Mirage 2000 for a long time. So here we go. That looks pretty good. And those fit Okay, all those missiles. Next up, we have this right here. I don't know if this is an ECM jammer or what, but it's going to go on the right side here per the pictures. Technically, it could go on either side of these slots right here. And I think all these bottom holes or stations for weapons and hard points are pretty similar across this mold of Mirage that they do. They just do different variants, and I think it just basically means you get different weapons. So that also fits pretty good. So last thing, we have the bomb here, and that's where these two holes are going to come in play. And that's a loose fit. It'll hold, I think, but it's not the best fit. So there we go. There are all the weapons installed. And I mean, once the weapons are on, it looks really good. Again, it's kind of, you get what you pay for with this model. Definitely cheaper than a Hobby Master, but if you're looking for a Mirage 2-seater, the Hobby Master I don't think makes one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they only make a single seat variant. So I'll be on the lookout if they make a double seat or a 2-seater. But anyways, it looks pretty good for what you get. And yeah, so next, now again, I will talk about the actual stand itself. So there is no stand included, which is a huge bummer. And I do realize this is for the stand. So what would happen is, let me take this off. If you buy the stand online, this just goes in place like this, and then you'll be able to put it on the stand. So I'll show you what it looks like in flight, but unfortunately can't show you what it looks like with the stand. All right, and one more thing I noticed is it does actually come with two of these tiny little doors that you have to pop in right there on either side. So I almost missed those. Be careful if you get this model when you're opening the package, because you can definitely lose those. And this is what they look like. To put the gear in the up position, it comes with these little doors right here, which are gonna just lay on top, and then in theory just be able to push it in. Okay, that fits pretty good. Be careful though, because I don't see how you're gonna get these back out without like a razor blade or without ruining the paint. So they don't include like a little tab or something that you can get underneath like Hobby Master does. So here's the front gear right there. But to be honest with you, the gear themselves I'm not happy with, so what I'm probably going to do is just get a stand, because I like to display my models in flight anyways. Well, most of them. So, okay, that just kind of sits in there. That's not going to hold very well. In fact, let's see. Well, I guess it's good enough. So there we go. That's what it looks like with the gear in the up position. That looks way better to me. Well, yeah, there you go. It just fell out. I knew it was going to fall out. But anyways, you could glue that in or use some sticky tack like I always talk about. That's probably what I'll do. And then let me show you real quick what it looks like with everything installed and the gear in the up position. There we go. Looks really good. I really do like it whenever it's in the flight position. Way better than with the gear down anyways. I just think the gear on the Mirage looks goofy. See, that's kind of crooked. It's going to bother me. So I'll probably adjust that. But something else to note, that's crooked. And then I'll show you in a second here what the pilots look like from Hobby Master installed. And then the canopy. The canopy in the back just lifts up. It doesn't stay up though, unfortunately. It's probably supposed to, but it doesn't. It just falls. The front canopy just comes right up. It has this tab right there that just sits into that slot. And then the other canopy that it comes with for the front just installs like this. Well, in theory it's supposed to. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the canopy in the up position. It took a little bit to get it in, and then also in the process, this center glass here just came off. I mean, it wasn't glued very well. So definitely similar quality to the JC Wings F14 I just reviewed. Not Hobby Master quality at all. But with this, I think you're really just buying it for the aesthetic, just for the outside look, exterior, not necessarily for the quality control, because it is not there. But now that we have the canopy open, let me go ahead and take this off. I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. All right, so here's what it looks like with the canopy off. You can see some screens in there, but not much detail. Same thing with the seat. Don't see an ejection seat handle Don't see a throttle or a stick either, so really not much detail to this. I do see a sight. It's kind of hard to see. Let me zoom in. Okay, so there's a sight in there, but really not a lot of detail at all. And I can't really take the back canopy off to show you because it won't stay up and it doesn't come undone, but you can kind of see in there are some displays. And again, no stick, and then no throttle either. So definitely very minimal as far as details go on the inside. Okay, so the Hobbymaster Pilot, and we're going to call him the Rio, do fit pretty good. So I do suggest if you can get a hold of Hobbymaster and have them send you the pilots, I recommend doing that for this model because I don't know of any other 172 scale pre-painted pilots that look as good as these. If you do know of some, let me know in the comments because I'm always looking for different pilots for my kits. So let me go ahead and put the front canopy back on. There we go. So it is completed in the flight position. All right, and I did kind of want to show you some of the paint up close as well as some of the insignia and some of the writing. Let me know if this is accurate. Any Mirage pilots here, feel free to chime in the comments and let me know how this looks in real life or compared to real life. Not sure what this is. It looks like a light, but let me know if you know what that is. And then, again, the paint's not bad. I'm just not sure if it's accurate. Mirage 2000 right there. Dassault. Let me turn it around. Show you the other side. And this is a French plane, so I can't read some of this stuff. So yeah, there you go. And again, this one I'm going to probably rate, I guess maybe a 6 or a 7. And I only say that because I really like the way that the exterior model looks. I do like the paint, but the quality control, again, is not there. I think you're better off going with a Hobbymaster if you want a Mirage. But again, I'm not sure that they make a 2-seat variant for the D model. So overall, very happy with the outside, not happy with the quality control. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and like and subscribe to this video, and I have more content coming soon.